All right, so I want to talk about some of the lesser known villains, I guess, within My Hero Academia's universe. I mean, they're not canon by any means, but they're still a part of it somewhat because the characters or the villains that I'm going to be talking about in this video are coming from an arcade game. And I'm sure there's like other villains that come from light novels and other obscure things like that within My Hero. But these villains particularly, we actually have like images of. And I think these are pretty interesting characters, at least most of them. And they have some pretty good designs. And it's just too bad that they were like regulated to this arcade game, which never came to America. And speaking of that, let me just explain it real quick. So it's called My Hero Academia Clash Heroes Battle, and it's like a typical Japanese arcade card game. And I know these things aren't in America, or I don't think anywhere else really. I think they're mainly just in Japan. If you're familiar with Dragon Ball Heroes, that's pretty much what this is, except just for My Hero Academia. But also being so obscure, it's like there's no footage that I could find of these characters like in action within the game. I mean, there's plenty of footage of like the standard My Hero cast, but like the 6 that I'm going to be talking about, I couldn't find 1 second of an MP4 on any of these, and I scoured everything. I went through the Japanese dark web. There is nothing. I could barely even just find screenshots of the characters within the game. I only found 2, but I guess it's understandable because you kind of just have to like be in Japan and play the physical arcade game itself and then somehow record the footage, which there are some videos of that, or maybe just one on YouTube that I could find, but none of them feature these like exclusive villains. So the first group I want to talk about are the Volcano Thieves, and it's like a team of 3 villains. And there's not much info to them. I mean, their name has thieves in it, so I guess that's what they are. They steal stuff. But as far as I can gather, they wouldn't be considered like a force within the My Hero world. Like maybe they're even a notch below the Shihaya Sakai, possibly. So the first member is Dusty Ash, and I really like this character. I mean, obviously she's aesthetically appealing, but I think she just has a great design overall, and she would totally fit into like the actual canonical series of My Hero. And it's too bad that she was regulated to this game where, you know, like a very, very, very small percentile of the fan base actually got to see her. But anyway, her quirk is called Dust, and I guess it kind of works the same way that Midnight's does, where she can like secrete stuff from her body. But in this case, it's like dust or ash, as you could see, and it's not really like powerful, I guess. I mean, it's effective. It's stated that she like uses it to like blind her opponents, and she create like a cloud of it. And then I guess she just mainly goes for melee attacks after that because she has like this black bat thing, so that's fine. And she also has like a respirator, which is protecting her from her own quirk, which is pretty cool. That lines up with like standard My Hero mythology and whatnot. So the next member is Gust Boy, and he's like a heteromorphic type. He kind of looks like a duck, I guess, but he also has like fan blades on his fingers, and that goes into his quirk because he can like twist his wrists and his hands and create like, you know, fans and super powerful gusts, and it says even tornadoes, so that's kind of significant. So his quirk is kind of like Kaibaro's from class 1B, you know, the ability to gyrate and whatnot, but he can only do it for like a minute, then his joints will like become inflamed and stiffened and whatnot. So some good balancing there, I guess. And then the leader of the group is Volcano himself, and he has a pretty cool design too, and his quirk is called Eruption, and I guess he can generate lava pretty much by like burning his own fat cells, you know, similar to Yaoyorozu's quirk, I guess. And also the gear that he's wearing allows him to like regulate the temperature in his body and whatnot, and also like the glove that he has can make it shoot in like multiple directions if he like puts it on the ground and whatnot. So that's like one of the better quirks that we've seen in the series, at least for villains. Like if he trained or was as talented as Endeavor, he could be easily just as much of a force as he was. I mean, like if you're making the comparison like in One Piece between Ace and Akainu, Endeavor and this dude should kind of be similar, I guess. So the next group we're going to be talking about are called the Wild Villains, and they're led by this guy named Curator. Great name, and also another great design. I would have liked to see this guy in the actual series. I mean, I'm not saying like you have to have them having their own arcs or anything, but just maybe like, you know, one of those filler OVAs. These guys, you know, could have easily fit into one of those episodes. So apparently this guy's like cerebral and psychotic, I guess. And as you can see, he has like this half mask on. And apparently if that mask breaks, then he goes super crazy or something. And I was actually able to dig up what he looks like without the piece of his mask on. And he has like this disfigured portion of his face, kind of like Two-Face from Batman, I guess, or Phantom of the Opera, which is maybe this is what this guy is based on. This guy's quirk allows him to like transform into an anthropomorphic whale, which is cool, I guess. And he also has an ability similar to Gang Orca where he could shoot like this hypersonic wave at you that paralyzes you. And also he could shoot like a water jet from his mouth, I guess kind of like a hydro pump from Pokemon. So the next member is called Zookeeper, and apparently she is under some kind of mind control from Curator. It's not explained how this happened. Maybe it's a part of his quirk or something where he can control people, or maybe he used some kind of drug on her. I don't know, but her quirk is called cleaning. And she can secrete like a soap-like substance from her body. I guess kind of like Suyu maybe. And she can like weaken enemies by cleaning them with it. So she has like a broom too. So I guess she like mops you or something. And also apparently she can like clean up crime scenes and like blood and stuff like that. So I guess that's useful. And then the last member is called Bearhead, and apparently this guy willingly is with Curator. I guess they're good friends or something. And this guy's just a straight up heteromorphic like bear type. That's his quirk, just bear, and he gains all the abilities of a bear, I guess. So he's kind of like Suyu as well, as where it just says her quirk gives her the abilities of like a frog, but you know, amplified to a super hero degree. Same thing with him, just bear stuff. So that means enhanced strength, great durability, acute senses, and large sharp claws. And he apparently has a move called Roar of the Beast and Fatal Wound, whatever that is. This guy kind of reminds me of Chimera from the Two Heroes movie. I mean, I'm sure he's not as busted as that character was, but more or less kind of around, you know, the same wheelhouse, I suppose. And apparently this guy also shares a design with Shikuma from Horikoshi's previous work, Umagadoki Zoo, which might mean that Horikoshi did in fact design the characters for this game. I couldn't get any confirmation on that, but considering how their quirks are and how they're like balancing and just the overall design of the characters, makes me think that he definitely had something to do with the creation of these characters, if not just their designs. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the lesser known villains of the My Hero universe. Let me know what you think about them in the comments. If you liked the video, guys, please give it a like and please subscribe. Please, trying to reach 100K by the end of the year. Also, I have a Patreon, a Twitch. Check those out as well. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.